Thank you very much, Minister, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Let me first of all thank you so much for having me and my team from the African Union today. We are very pleased to be in Rabat, and on behalf of His Excellency Musa Faki Mahamat, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, I bring you very good tidings and really appreciate the hospitality we have received so far. Excellency, it is important, as you said, that we also recognize the critical role Morocco is playing and could play in making sure that we have the effective and good governance, more stability, and more security on our continent. It is important, as you said, that the initiatives we are taking in the past 6 months, focusing on the implementation of the new structure arising from the AU reforms, which Morocco took an active part, which also signaled your rejoining the African Union. It is important that we work together to make sure that these particular reforms in the peace and security sector, in political governance, make the difference. It is for this reason that we are putting more emphasis on strategic reorientation, working with our member states, working with the regional economic communities and regional mechanisms to bring all of us on the same speed and making sure that we have the right technical know-how. We have all the tools. We have all the policies, the silencing the guns, African solutions to African problems, but how do we really make them effective? The best way to do that is to consider constant communication, consultation, and coordination. And we're doing this with our member states, with development partners, and of course, multilateral organizations such as the UN, La Francophonie, the Commonwealth, and others, the Arab League. This is important for us. As you said, Excellencies, the most important factor for us is to build peace, is to make peace happen, is to enforce peace, is to stabilize and ensure that we have sustainable peace. And the only way we can do that is to promote closer collaboration with our member states when it comes to early warning, early response, conflict prevention, preventive diplomacy, and mediation. And we have taken this, as we discussed, very, very strongly, knowing fully well we can make inroads when we all prevent conflicts from happening. And in that respect, we also have to build the capacity. We have to build the capacity of our peace support operations. How do we combat more effectively terrorism and violent extremism? Our regions, our continent is facing a new scourge, a new challenge, from Libya to Mozambique. How do we ensure that this is one thing we can face together and address the issues of violent extremism, radicalism, as well as defeating terrorism? It is for this reason that we must build strongly on our democracy. And we know very well that Morocco has just undergone elections. How do we share experiences, lessons learned in monitoring and observing elections to build the capacity for democracy, to strengthen, consolidate democracy, and make it good for human security? This is one reason why we're doing that in the African Union, and in the department, through the reform we're undertaking, we are improving on our election observation. We'll be counting on your support as the government of the Kingdom of Morocco to do more and support the Commission in this respect. Finally, it is important that for peace, for stability, for a conflict-free Africa, we have to build inclusive partnerships. And these partnerships mean that we must engage ourselves more. And that is why the focus of our working visit is to listen, is to see, is to promote the nexus between peace, security, and development. Excellency, once again, on behalf of the African Union Commission, I want to really thank you for having us and knowing fully well that our discussions will continue to move from strength to strength at this time, and definitely for the glory of God and, of course, our African continent. Thank you very much.
قبل ما تخرجوا ما تنساوش تابوناو في لاشين يوتيوب وتبارطاجيو لا فيديو مع صحابكم ومواقع التواصل الاجتماعي. ما تنساوش ديروا جيم وتضغطوا على الجرس باش يوصلكم جديد ديالنا.